to handle children who have handled arms. That is why we are calling on our partners to develop a model through our state agency for mass education. And that is why we have invited the executive secretary so that we can cater for the education of those smaller ones.
Also speaking, UNICEF country representative Wafa Said, represented by Shah Mohammed, expressed concern that years of insurgency have robbed many children of their dreams, exposing them to trauma, abduction, and violence. She noted that with proper training, life skills, and psychosocial support, these children can rebuild their lives and contribute to lasting peace and resilience in their communities.
Of protecting conflict did not just affect the national economy, it has also affected the personal economy and earning power of families and young people. Each year, over 1,000 of children will benefit from these institutions, gaining practical skills that open doors to employment and livelihood.
Now, as Borno continues to heal from the scars of insurgency, this initiative offers renewed hope, transforming tragedy into opportunity for thousands of orphaned children. With more collaborations from partners, the state's vision for recovery may well become a model for post-conflict rehabilitation across the region. Mukhtar Qasim, reporting for Global Television News.
The federal government says it remains fully committed to uplifting and supporting nurses and midwives across the country, describing them as the backbone of Nigeria's healthcare system. Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, stated this at the National Nursing Summit and the official rollout of the Nigerian Strategic Directions for Nursing and Midwifery held in Abuja. Health correspondent Zarau Nasir was there for us.
With nurses and midwives accounting for nearly 60% of Nigeria's healthcare workforce, the federal government says strengthening their capacity is central to improving the nation's health delivery system. Represented by Director State House Medical Center, Dr. Dike Obalum, the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, says the new nursing strategy aligns with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, in that ensuring quality and accessible healthcare becomes a right, not a privilege. He urged stakeholders, government agencies, and development partners to embrace stronger collaboration to achieve the goals of the initiative.
I must begin by expressing my profound admiration for the Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, the dedicated team of Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, and all stakeholders.
The Coordinating Minister of Health, Professor Muhammad Ali Fati, explained that the new direction promotes evidence-based nursing and midwifery practice across all health facilities, raising professional standards and setting Nigeria as part of the first country in West Africa to implement such an innovation.
And we thank WHO for its lead role in helping facilitate this document. It is not meant to be a document sitting on shelves, but a blueprint for transformation.
Also speaking, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Health, Dr. Banugo, emphasized the importance of continued investment in nursing and midwifery education, describing it as a cornerstone for a stronger health system.
All this is meant to gear us towards universal health coverage and improved workforce for our health services all over the country.
On his part, the Registrar Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, Dr. Indagi Al-Hassan, said the summit provides a platform for professionals to discuss key issues affecting the practice and contribute to achieving universal health coverage and the sustainable development goals.
At the end of the program, we will develop a strategic plan for 5 years of the blueprint of what we want the nursing and midwifery workforce should be.
As the federal government strengthens its healthcare reforms, this new strategic framework signals a renewed drive to empower those at the heart of patient care, the nurses and midwives. Zarau Nasr, Global TV News.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Prime. When News Prime returns, the Tigers draw Germany, France in World Cup qualifiers. Details coming shortly, plus business and foreign stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back from that break. Now, let's take you to the world of business, where President Bola Tinubu has won marginal oil field license holders in Nigeria with capacity to look for something else to do instead of wasting their time in the country's oil and gas industry. He made this known during the commissioning of the $40 million Green Energy International Limited crude oil export terminal in Otakipo, Rivers State. Tinubu, represented by the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Senator Henekin Lokpobiri, noted that marginal oil field license holders must be all obligations expected of them. The House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Illegal Mining has vowed to tackle the menace head-on and recover billions of dollars lost annually to the activity. The committee said illegal mining remains a major threat to Nigeria's economy, environment, and internal security. Over to our National Assembly correspondent, Anita Patrick.
At the inauguration of the ad hoc committee in Abuja, Chairman Sani Abdurrahim declared that Nigeria can no longer afford to lose an estimated $9 billion every year to illegal mining operations. He said the committee will work to block revenue leakages, enforce transparency, and ensure that all proceeds from the country's mineral resources are properly accounted for.
It is estimated that Nigerians lost approximately $9 billion annually to illegal mining activities. This theft of our resources that should be enriching our nation has gone on for too far a long time. It is time to put an end to it. Our mission is very clear. It is to block these revenue leakages.
The lawmaker emphasized the need for stronger interagency collaboration and tougher enforcement measures to sanitize the sector. Delivering a goodwill message on behalf of the Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Assistant Commander of the Corps, Atta Onoja, said the mining marshals established in March 2024 have made significant progress.
Just 3 weeks ago, we secured convictions, and all these are efforts geared towards ensuring that we demarcate illegal mining activity in Nigeria. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps as an agency is assuring this honorable committee of our maximum cooperation, maximum support where necessary.
To regularize their operations with relevant agencies, a development the House Committee says it will build on to ensure accountability and sustainability in the mining sector. But the committee now set to begin investigations. Expectations are high that Nigeria may finally stem the losses and restore order to its mining industry. Anita Patrick, reporting for Global TV.
On the foreign scene, in Cameroon's Anglophone region, as separatists impose lockdown ahead of the October 12 presidential election has forced schools and shops to close, leaving residents trapped in their homes and struggling to cope with weeks of destruction amid a decade-long separatist conflict in the country's English-speaking areas. Uyi Agbomofuegwe completes the report.
Where visitors once used to gather on Limbe's spectacular beaches of black volcanic sand, holiday makers have become scarce since fighters from the country's Anglophone minority mounted a revolt in 2016. Separatists had taken up arms after the government brutally crushed protests by English speakers angry at what they saw as their marginalization in the mostly Francophone country, killing at least 6,000 people in fighting. In recent years, the conflict has eased, though tensions have risen with Cameroon's upcoming presidential election scheduled for October 12. Some citizens speak on the implications of the lockdown.
This lockdown was supposed just to focus on school resumption. But taking it up to October, second week of October, is a lot of suffering to the common population, and I think the presidential election 2025 was targeted, or it was a target, to make sure that people don't go out to vote.
This is one of the prolonged lockdown that we have more than 6 weeks, because it happened that this year too is an election year, and you know, the separate lockdown is meant to frustrate the activities of the state, which is the election.
However, academic activities and civil life have been far worse hit by the extremely restrictive measure put in place by government.
Teachers come, the students are not there. For the few teachers who are able to come, those who live in the green zones where there is security, the ordinary civilian, we just have to be cautious and take precautions for our own safety.
Since the crisis began, the separatists have called for a ghost town strike each Monday, with shops shuttering and locals told to stay at home. Uyi Agmofwegbe reporting for Global TV News.
Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Keir Starmer, says the UK will not relax visa rules for India. He was speaking shortly after he arrived in India to discuss the benefits of a recent trade agreement. Starmer is leading a delegation of more than 100 entrepreneurs, cultural leaders, and university vice-chancellors as he attempts to boost UK investment and improve sluggish economic growth. Edikan Michael reports.
Nearly 7,000 brand new jobs will be created in the United Kingdom, propelled by the raft of major new deals secured by the Prime Minister during his visit to India this week. 64 Indian investors have confirmed their confidence in the UK as a business destination by collectively investing £1.3 billion into some of Britain's most thriving businesses, demonstrating the impact of the UK-India trade deal. The Prime Minister believes the UK-India trade deal is a launch pad for turbocharged domestic growth, with these figures proving it's already bearing fruit. From next-generation electric motorbikes, semiconductor development and agricultural innovation, the investment will benefit some of the UK's most exciting industry and cement the UK-India economic partnership. The UK-India trade deal will reduce tariffs on import from UK to India and vice versa, and it's creating a lot of boost momentum to UK-India trade. Now, India is already the UK's second largest investor. More than 1,000 Indian companies operate here in the UK. The Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, believes these investments are a powerful endorsement of the global standing order for UK's economic potential. Edikan Michael, reporting from England for Global TV News.
To the world of sport. As preparation intensifies for the 2025 Nigerian University Games, the Defense Headquarters has reaffirmed its commitment to ensuring a safe and successful treatment and tournament. The assurance came as officials from the University of Jos paid a courtesy visit to Abuja. Samuel Odi reports.
Ahead of the much-anticipated Nigerian University Games billed for November 6th to 16th, officials from the University of Jos, led by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Tanko Isia, visited Nigerian Defense Headquarters in Abuja to strengthen security collaboration for the event. The visit, which also had members of the local organizing committee and the Games consultants in attendance, focused on fostering national unity and youth development through sports.
We need spirited individuals like yourself to back us, to support us, to endorse, this Nuga game, 27th Nuga Games.
Welcoming the delegation, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, praised the university for promoting peace and national integration through sports. He